Hey, Woody Dino with Mitchell Fitness Solutions, and a quick question for you on this fine Saturday afternoon. And that question is, how many of you watching these videos have that special dish, that special recipe that comes out only on whatever that holiday is, that special occasion? It's something that's unique to your family, whether it's a dessert, a family recipe soup, doesn't matter what it is. It's unique to you guys, and it's your recipe. It's been handed down from generation to generation to generation, and it was handwritten by your grandmother's grandmother's grandmother, and it was given to her by some mystical chef in some faraway place. Well, I think that we all have that, and I think that it's interesting to see how, despite the generations to generations to generations that it's made its way through, the recipe never changes. It's always the same. And I think that the reason why is because we know if we make it exactly as the recipe calls for, that dish is going to turn out spectacular every single time. So there's no need to change it. So the reason that I tell this story, or that I ask that question, is because it's interesting to me to see in new clients that are onboarding into my MFS program, with personal friends of mine that I talk to out of state when they're asking questions in regards to some other program that they're on. It's interesting to me as I sit back and watch to see them add their own ingredients. So in a situation like this, they've sat down with a professional. Now that said, you need to be careful if you are choosing to take that path. I think it's a great idea. I recommend it for everybody. I use it myself. If you don't know what you're doing, if you need that extra push, you need to meet with a professional. Do your homework though. Make sure that professional is who they say they are. There's a lot more to it than just a national certification or some fancy piece of paper on a wall. Do your research, find out what their background is. They should be well known in the community, and the list goes on from there. But once you've found that chef, as we're calling him, because they're out there, and he's got that magic recipe, it's interesting to see how quickly you or somebody you know may want to tweak it. You may want to add your own recipe. You may want to add your own ingredients or take away ingredients. In my situation, when I'm onboarding somebody, I'm literally giving them the recipe they need for that perfect dish, that perfect body, and it's interesting to see how quickly they want to add their own ingredients or possibly take away ingredients that I've added. And I think it's human nature because from a fitness standpoint, we want to add ingredients that are more fun. They're more enjoyable. They're what my girlfriends do. They're what my buddy does. I want to go do it with him. We want to add all these other things, and we want to probably take away some of the things that we don't always enjoy. Be careful with that, and that is the message of this. In a situation like me, for example, I literally just got home from training legs. I don't enjoy training legs. I really don't. And from a physical standpoint, if you were to look at me visually, I don't need to train legs. I was genetically gifted enough to be given big, muscular legs. I don't need it from that standpoint. However, I do need it from a metabolic standpoint, and there's a whole list of other reasons. The bottom line is I need it as an ingredient for that magic recipe. I know if I take that ingredient away, the end result is that dish will not turn out like it should. So be careful with that. Make sure that if you are sitting down with the pro and he's handing you that magic recipe, just follow the ingredients, follow the steps, and watch the magic happen. That's the message for today. That's the Mitchell method, if you will. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time at Mitchell Fitness Solutions.